It's every parent's dream to see their child flourish as the best version of themselves. Well, that's the story of parenting. Dear parents, watch this video if you feel that your child is a slow learner and the reasons for learning slowly are confusing you. Because in this video we are going to talk about how to spot signs of learning disabilities in children, and that too early in life. A slow learning can be a result of reading differently from the classmates, writing and not completing their work, or a lack of focus, or a combination of all these. The reason may emerge as to you as the child's speed of learning is different, but there are many other hidden things. You can always remain actively involved in the child's journey in school and know what the child learning curves looks like. Now, in my 30 years of experience as a teacher and a principal, I have often explained to parents that how can they remain engaged in the child's learning curve. Now, tools of learning in the school that we use are classwork, homework, the test papers, the textbooks, sometimes there is verbal communication. These are the very tools which will give you a very clear idea about how your child is learning. Supposing your child comes back home and you always find that the homework and the classwork of the child is never completed. Well, that's a sure sign. Begin from there. Incomplete work, that's the comment that comes from the teacher. When you open the notebook and you see that the child's work is not complete, it is again the same sign. And this is happening repeatedly despite you trying to motivate the child and paying attention to the child at the right time. The second thing, every morning is a war zone. You're trying to wake up the child, shake him out of the bed and make him eat breakfast, and you literally have to push the child to go to school. Children should love going to school. They should be running to the school bus because they love being with their friends and they should actually be happy going to school. But if it repeatedly, your child is not interested in going to school. Sometimes I have seen that children even fake stomachache, headache, and they are great at telling stories which can merely be excuses. As a parent, you would know if your child is speaking the truth or it's an excuse every time the child fabricates through his or her imagination. Not wanting to go to school regularly is the second sign. The third thing, every child is meant to shine, but they will only shine in spheres of their own interest, their own talent, or what the opportunity that comes their way. However, if you feel that your child is not shining even in one particular area, not necessarily academic, but maybe it is an extra activity the child is unable to shine through, it is surely a sign of concern. It is a sign that the child may need some extra help. The fourth thing, whenever there is a parent-teacher meeting in school, you are actually running away from it. And why would you be going there? Because every time you go for the parent-teacher meeting, the teachers are raising concerns about the child's academic performance in school. Teachers are always talking about that the child is unable to read, the child is not completing work in school, or many other things. If these concerns repeatedly come from the teachers, please pay attention. Because trust me, I have actually seen that children at school are original version of themselves. Somehow in the protection of the household, protection of the parents and the love and extra support at home, children sometimes do not divulge themselves truly at home. So do listen in to the teachers and remain engaged in the child's academic journey in school. That would give you a clear indication if the child may possibly have some kind of learning disability. And the last thing, lack of focus. If you sit down with your child or you're giving instructions to the child and try and talk to them, and you find the child is unable to focus on any work or any instructions or anything that you may have to say to them, it is a cause of concern. And you can step back as a parent and observe very carefully how the child sits by himself or herself to do her own work, to do their own personal chores. They could be folding the bed sheet, they could be packing the bag. But if you find that constantly the child lacks focus towards a particular job, it can be a sign of learning difficulty.